Y'all out with Snapchat Queen, the AI chatbot friends, and today we're gonna get on this topic of gang stalking because I told y'all I can't be the only one that's being gang stalked and cyberbullied, right? So y'all know me, I'm on my YouTube, and of course they always got something that come across my YouTube channel, right? So I don't own the rights to this video or audio that I'm getting ready to show y'all, but this is the extent these people have been going through. I got videos up here with me trying to look for apartments, with them blocking me in apartments, them parking U-Hauls and FedEx trucks around, right? Following me on the highway, trying to knock me off the highway. I mean, go to my channel and look through my folders, and you can see the exact same thing. I said they got to be doing this to the extent where they got to be doing multiple people like her. She's a gang stalker because she's the first one on the page acting like she a doctor, a university student, right? She look like she young enough to be my child, right? Talking about humiliation rituals. This is what these folks right here are willing to do for attention, to be part of a school group, right? This is the college hazing right here, right? This is a college student hazing right here. This is what we call cyberbullying. Now let's listen to brother right here. I don't own his right to his video, but this is Freedom Voice Online, and we're gonna subscribe to his channel and we're gonna like his video because that's what we do, right? And then we're gonna listen to what he got to say about him going through issues with people following him around on the highway. That's why I said they got to be have gotten so comfortable like this at murder, working the school system, getting able to have personal information on you right through the schools, through their jobs and internship, to be able to track us out and follow us on the highway to this extent. Didn't hire themselves in jobs like she supposed to be some kind of doctor. We don't know what kind of doctor she is, but she a doctor with DR up there. Give themselves doctor degrees to talk about them harassing the community.
Hey guys, Freedom Voice here. I want to do a video on something that happened just yesterday on the freeway. I get a lot of stalking and gang stalking on the freeway when I drive because I drive a lot. So this is Saturday, February 7th in Los Angeles, California. I want you to notice here as I'm driving on the freeway, I want you to particularly notice the cars in front. You're going to see 3 attempts for an accident here. Notice the BMW making a lane change to the left from the number.
Now I'm gonna stop them right there because this is the exact same strategy they be around on me, even in the local community. And notice he said a BMW. BMW, Benzes, and Lexuses are the main cars that they like to drive to get accident money off of because they get more on the property value on accident money. This is them trying to stage an accident on your highway so they can get a gain and on to the next state. Now they all in California doing this, and I'm in North Carolina with them doing it. They in California doing the same moves, right? That I got on my videos with them following me on the highway. Now these videos I had to go look at my car because they were tampering with my car. That's who stole the baby from the hospital to be having them follow me on the highway this bad. There's them right there messing with my vehicle, trying to stall out my engine while I'm driving because they got that OnStar thing. I'm gonna show y'all where we at, right? We in the middle of nowhere with all them houses addressed, right? These all vehicles with them hotspot boxes. These are all the people in them vehicles with a hotspot box and an internet name from a house because it's connected to the cable company hotspots. So that's why when you're on the highway, right, and you start seeing all those internet connects that look like it's a house line, no, that's them. I tell you, they got canceled their cable services and order hotspot boxes, I guess, to follow America along on the highway, the gang stalkers. Highway communication gang stalking, and this is what they do. It's scary. They scary though, y'all. They only waiting for you to break down so they can tow your car for some money. So what they do is they sucker you putting stuff in your gas tank, right? Keep dropping stuff in your gas tank, keep dropping stuff in your gas tank until you finally break down somewhere in the middle of the trees like this, right? Cause you in the middle of nowhere. We literally in the middle of the trees with them circling you, right? I got 3 cars in front of me and 1 behind me, and then they on both sides. Now, Bonds, you notice my network stopped popping up, but it's still moving because it's saying hidden networks in the back. But I got all this traffic that was just on networks. Now that's me up here showing you a little bit of how they follow you around with the hotspot boxes, highway communication gang stalking, while they got you circled around with the cars. That's what he's talking about. That's why I say I'm in Greenville, North Carolina, with them doing the same thing, exact same thing here, circling you around on the highway, trying to get accident money or breaking you down by putting bubble gum or sticky stuff inside of your gas tank to make you break down on the highway so they can circle you. How to continue to listen to bro?
Number 2 to the number 1 lane. It's in front of the Pathfinder. This BMW is going to try to set me up.
Now, mind you, the Pathfinder is another vehicle that's following me around, right? The BMW, the Pathfinders, right? Both 2 vehicles they tow up of mine. They in California with this man circling with the vehicles, right? And he just new to my page. Now you got to understand how gang stalking work and how they work it even in jobs. When you look over here, people like her. This is the missing child. And these would be their artists that they use that I told you to play their music to help them cover up their crime. Because all their music talk about is them at war, stealing drugs, or whatever. This is what they do on your timeline far as gang stalking. Somebody working in the company and all they song, they go Michael Jackson, right? Lining up, cause see, we don't put the timeline together. We don't put that timeline together. Somebody who work in that daggone YouTube do this right here. This is their job. This is somebody setting up the algorithm. And this how bad they follow you around. This how ignorant the internet has gotten, family. This how ignorant the internet has gotten. And that's why I say, what do you do as an adult when the grown folk, these college students, that's all they want to do is flip calls. I mean, they seen me watching Tiffany show, boy, now look at them. They copying her stuff. And that's what we said. What do you do when you find a way to make a career path for yourself and the nigga in your background trying to make sure you don't have it so they can have it? They in the background stealing your work and trying to get credit for it. This how bad they in your background gang stalking, trying to get credit for your work because they think they superstars. But we got to reach in our pocket and spend our money. This is what they mean when they say they went to these universities. Cause all these rappers had to go to school. They had to go learn language. That's why they can't handle I can get up here in my own zone. Take they beat, right? And come up with my own lyrics. And come up with my own lyrics. Using my words, my thoughts, right? Not singing repeat songs off somebody else's topic. Just what do you call it? Paraphrasing what the old songs say. Let's continue to listen to bro. We only 42 seconds in and he already, I can show you everything he talking about in my video that he's showing in his video, right?
Box me in and cause an accident, and you'll see it here in just a minute. What he starts doing now is he basically slows up so that the Pathfinder has to change lanes to the right. So the Pathfinder moves out of the number 2 lane that I'm in, moves to the number 3 lane to the right, and that exposes me to the BMW, the black BMW, which is in front. You'll notice that he starts slowing up. You can clearly see that he's slowing up, and he's doing that so that I would catch up to him. And as he slows up, I attempt to make a lane change to the number one lane to the left. Immediately, he makes a lane change in front of me, blocking me in, and essentially trying to cause an accident. You'll notice that the bumper is dented on both the right and the left side. And I want to
Now, mind you, he said again, they following him already with wrecked cars, right? Trying to get a double insurance policy now off this car. I told you they love following you around with wrecked cars, right? Wrecked cars that bring up the property value when they get in an accident because the car already dented up. Same thing they following bro around with, right? Same tactics, right? And he in a whole different state.
just show you that again. As soon as I try to make that lane change to the number one lane, to the left lane, you'll notice that he also makes a lane change. I then go back to the number two lane and I attempt to try to pass him up because he is going slow and you can see how slow he's going. So I try to make that pass, but he starts speeding up. And
Exactly, and that's what they do. Start trying that. We clearly see him slowing down in the video, and then soon as you get beside them, they'll start racing. You're on the highway like you in the race, or either have somebody set up on the other side where you can't get over. They box you in, like he said. Same way I said in my video, they try to box you in where you have nowhere to go. All of them still riding in that same triangle. Just swapping the triangle out.
there's only a short distance between myself and this car in front of me,
Exactly.
at which time he would speed up and he would cut me off in the number two lane. You'll see him pass here in the number.
And then you notice it's that green dot car right there. Y'all got to pay attention to these signs, to these cars, and how they coding us on these highways. They're just like when I keep saying I worked at that call center during COVID. I watched all them foreigners come in through the phone company, the cable company, and the cell phone companies and get all our personal information for them to even be able to track us out to this extent. This is how they tracked us out to this extent, getting themselves jobs. To follow you around, put you out using jobs. Because they want your social security number, your birth certificate, and they want to replace us. This is them trying to replace the Americans with them. This is war, family.
One lane. There he is passing, which left me no result but to just basically get behind him again. Now, just to let you know and to confirm that this is gang stalking, again, this is accident attempt number one, but to let you know that this is.
And mind you, he on 40. Everything is dealing with that 40 beltway, ain't it? We got a 40 down here where they running this set through Raleigh. Same tactics on that Highway 40 down here.
In fact, gang stalking. I want you to notice as he steps on his brake, you're going to notice one brake light out. I've done many videos on this before. The one brake light out.
We got the one brake lights out here and the one headlight out here, right? And then down here, they got the lights that's so bright, they look like flashlights in your eyes at nighttime. I mean, they'll get behind you and put their lights in your mirrors to make sure they line their cars up with your mirror to try to blind you at night. This how evil these people got, following and tracking the Americans out. Mind you, they in foreign cars. That's why I keep saying they in these foreign cars, following us around with they debt.
Obvious sign that it's gang stalking. They have to have a way to identify themselves repetitively with gang stalking. And you can see that left brake light out when he applies the brakes there. So this is attempt number one. Now you're going to see two more attempts this day on Saturday as I was driving the freeway. But I want you to notice how he's driving slow as well. All right, this would be attempt number two. Again, this is shortly after that first attempt. You'll notice I'm in the number one lane. You'll notice that there's a white Jetta next to me.
I got Jettas following me around. Miss Jetta was actually one of my teachers in the civil rights movement, family. Miss Jetta was actually one of the civil rights leaders down here that used to take us kids out on these marches. Right? And I'm gonna cut his video because I don't want to go into much detail on here, but y'all follow my brother's channel and see how bad these people follow us around, even in cars. Now he went from one accident to the second accident. This is how they operating on this highway. Going from if the one that first one don't get you, they try to set you up. This them setting obstacles up in your way, right? In units. This is literally how bad they out here setting obstacles up, calling themselves doctors. She's counseling. How? This is what we do to them on our page. Don't recommend the channel. That's how you get rid of that on the internet. Right? And this is literally what I got to spend my time doing because when I'm trying to type in videos that's educational, that's teaching me something, obviously I get a timeline of them showing me how they extorting this child still. So you stole the child from the hospital to put him in a music video to exploit the child while you're rapping about how you exploit the child with a goddamn Blueprint song. Then you got all your gang stalkers following me around on the timeline with a microphone in front of their goddamn mouth because you're mad that I'm calling you out for their blueprint. You want to sit around and white folk learn that shit so y'all can be stupid like this. Put a microphone in your face, following somebody around and sing about it. All you singing about is popping pussy and drugs. Hating on each other. There she go compare herself to Michael Jackson. Then what we talking about? These are the people that want us to pay for his blueprint. He sit down with Warren Buffett. She sitting up there with Michael Jackson, dead as hell in the pad with red hair, mad. Because she need us to pay for her to be there. And that's what they don't understand in business. You sitting in these people's faces with a suit and tie on with a whole different dialogue than these niggas up here can comprehend. They can't even comprehend this dialogue down here where we sit down talking business.